Hello and welcome to The Gilded Eye. My name is Quintessa and I'm here to provide you with a reading for you to receive a message from your higher self. As you can see, we have 4 groups for you to choose from. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. Take a moment to choose your group. Look down below in the description box or the comment section and select your option. And I'll see you in the reading. Alright, Group 1, hello and welcome to your reading. So right off the bat, I'm seeing that you may want to also listen to Group 4's reading. I haven't started the reading yet, but just from seeing 7 of Wands reversed here, that's telling me that you've been having to defend yourself a lot. And the card for Group 4 was Defend Reversed. So if you were deciding between Group 1 and Group 4, you may want to check that pile out. But let's get started. So the first card that you have here is Adversity. And this kind of goes along with your reading, with the rest of the spread that we have here. It looks like you've really been in a period where you've been going through a lot. Probably things have been happening in your life back to back. And you've been wondering when you will get reprieve from that. Or you might have seen yourself just recovering from that energy. So maybe you've been through a lot and recently things are starting to calm down a little bit. Whichever resonates with you. Either way, you choosing this adversity card really just tells me that there's been quite a bit that's been going on in your life that you've had to overcome. And so with 7 of Wands reversed here, I see that you really have been having to defend yourself, maybe over things that you probably feel like you shouldn't have to. You've been having to explain yourself to others a lot. You've been having to explain why you do certain things. And it could also be that you've been having a hard time understanding the actions of other people around you lately, which may be a source of stress for you. People may be causing you issues and you don't know why. There just seems to be this energy of, with this card, not quite understanding what exactly is going on in people's minds when it comes to you. I want to pull a clarifier for that. So yeah, we have 9 of Wands. Yes, 9 of Wands to clarify this card. Perhaps there's been something that you've been wanting to move forward in, or you've been wanting to see some progress in, and you find yourself having issues with that, having issues with actually moving ahead or seeing progress in something that you're working on. It could also be that you find yourself having to explain your actions or defend yourself with a project or something that you're trying to do, that you're trying to push. Or even just when you try to make moves or do things to progress in your life in general, with you making decisions, you may find that there's a lot of pushback from others, or you've just been seeing pushback from life in general. Seven of Wands also tells me that you have also been trying to take the time to assess and see what's been going on. Like, you've been trying to analyze and figure out what to actually do, how to move forward in your actions. It could also be you've been feeling spiritually imbalanced with that number 7 there, and you might feel like the source of the adversities you've been experiencing is the result of a spiritual imbalance that has been going on. So let's move ahead. How can you heal from this energy? How can you move forward from this in your day-to-day life? To answer that, we have the Queen of Wands. So this tells me that you just need to continue to push ahead like you've been doing. But the main advice really is to follow your intuition with the actions that you decide to do. Queen of Wands is someone who intuitively knows the next step. She intuitively knows what to do. She draws on passions, fires, things that light her up inside her when it comes to putting in effort into certain things that she's doing. So, Group 1, you really need to, with whatever it is that you're going through, whether that is something that you are working on or just in your day-to-day life, and experiencing these adversities that you find yourself having to overcome, you really just need to reach within to find that energy to push forward. And I think you've already been doing that. You may just be getting tired, but this reading is telling you that you need to keep pushing and to not give up. So, what will the outcome of you experiencing all of these adversities be? What will it lead up to? We have the Fool reversed. So this is leading up to a renewal of something in your life. Something that is going to be reset, something that is going to start fresh. This could be related to anything. The adversities you're experiencing could be related to relationship issues. You find yourself having constant problems with that. It could be related to school or work, career, running into challenges and things. Anything. But these many challenges that you've been experiencing are all leading up to you drawing on yourself, reaching inside yourself to be able to push forward and build something new, refresh something out of this. Something is going to be reset in your life, whether it's a relationship, a career, yourself. All of these changes are bringing about a renewal in you. You're going to emerge a new person, pretty much. So, what is the biggest challenge for you, or the biggest opportunity that is coming for you to get the best outcome? We have the Tower reversed. This card is telling me that whatever it is that you experienced major adversity, major issues, major problems with, this is the exact thing that is leading to the renewal that you are meant to experience. So whatever it was that broke down, in your life that caused a lot of issues is something that is going to be renewed, refreshed, reset in some way. So that is something really to look forward to. Something that you thought was ending is actually, you're actually getting another chance to start over, to start on a new foot, to try again. And so for the last card, we have special guidance from Isis Oracle from Lady Isis. Queen of Heaven, blessing from the Divine Empress of the Skies. This oracle card is about someone who is emerging into a position of authority. So with all of these experiences you've been going through, these adversities you've been having to overcome, these issues and challenges, they are all acting as things for you to build upon, to become part of your background in some way, for you to help and guide others. We're not able to guide others or act as a mentor or sense of authority unless we already have some kind of experience with whatever it is we're guiding or leading them with. In relation to something I said earlier with something being renewed, I mentioned it could be a career being renewed. So when I'm relating this card, when it comes to authority and the renewal, it could be, this is a very specific situation for people, so it may not resonate, but it could be that you may be getting promoted in a job soon. You may find that your current boss is being replaced by someone that you may have had issues with. There's going to be some change in authority in your life. You may be stepping up to a position of authority in your life very soon. And so your higher self wants you to know that so that you can adequately prepare yourself. Know that the things that you've gone through have properly prepared you for this opportunity, for this experience. So there is no need for you to hesitate or be afraid when it presents itself, because know that when the time comes for you to really take that step up, you will be ready. So group 1, I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I hope that it provided you with some clarity about things in your life and resonated with you in some way. If so, please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more. I do live free readings every now and then, so if you subscribe, you'll get a notification of when I go live, and we'll be able to meet and chat. With that being said, I will see you in my next video. Stay golden. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading. So the first card that you have is Regenerate. Right now, your higher self wants you to know that you are in a state of regeneration within yourself. You are renewing yourself currently, in this moment, right now. You are being reborn. You are being refreshed into something new. Or at least that is the energy that you are transitioning into very quickly. So, what is the real issue for you right now on a spiritual level? we have these two cards to express that. And this tells me that, excuse me, I just had some watermelon. But this tells me that you might feel or have been feeling betrayed by someone or something that you have put a lot of effort into. This is something that you started a long time ago. It could be a relationship or a project, career, school, something that has reached its end. And you're having a very hard time with letting that go because in some way you feel betrayed by because of all of the work that you've put into. You thought that this was going to lead to something long lasting, but it turns out that this person or this opportunity or project was only in your life for a certain season, a certain phase. How can you best heal from this energy in your day-to-day life? How can you try to move on? How can you try to let go from something that you put so much work into? All right? 5 of Cups reversed and 6 of Cups reversed. Well, this is definitely something that probably, maybe you've been working on since you were a child, someone that you knew since you were very young, or it just kind of reflects someone or something that you've put in a lot of years. I'm talking about 5 to 10 plus years with this person or this project, this career. I know I'm saying all those different options, but I really think this is more so for a relationship, but it can apply to career and school. So I'll continue to say those options, but I'm really getting the feeling that this is more so for relationships. But the best way for you to heal from this ending, to be able to let it go, is to honestly, you have to stop reminiscing about the past. You have to stop thinking about the past, about the memories, about the efforts that you've put into, about the connection that you've made. Those are the things that's keeping a grip, a hold on you when it comes to letting go of this connection. If it is related to career, it could just be all the people that you've met, the relationships that you've forged, the things that you've done. Those memories are what you need to let go. And in love, well, we all know about the memories that could be made with a person. So like I said, if you've been with this person for 5+ years, there are so many things, probably pictures, activities, places that you guys have been to. Those are the things that you have to stop thinking about and that you have to let go of. And I know it's extremely difficult because it's like these things are a part of your being. They feel like a part of your soul because you two have really connected so deeply that it's as if you and this person at one point were one, and now to have to walk away from that is definitely something that is traumatizing. So with all of that being said, What is the gift that you will receive from this experience? Right? Because with growth, change must happen, and sometimes that change can be traumatic. But let's see, what is the gift? What is the outcome? So this definitely reflects that it is related to a person that you had a very deep connection with. You probably thought that they were your soulmate, that you guys had an extremely deep connection. You probably even thought that they were your twin flame. I think that when it comes to this person being your soulmate, I don't actually think that they're a twin flame. I think this person could just have been a soulmate or a karmic partner, someone that you were meant to experience certain things with to get a lesson from. So the gift that you will receive from this, you will receive a release from a relationship that honestly has had you in bondage. It had you tied up, only able to see this person and nothing else around you. This relationship, this connection that you had, made a foundation in your mind. It planted seeds in your mind for you to behave in a certain way, for you to interact with others in a certain way, for you to live your life in a certain way. And now that it is over, you're going to be released from this entrapment that you were once under. Now, I'm not saying that you were in an abusive relationship or anything, but sometimes we get so sucked deeply into love that we forget about everything else around us and even ourselves and our own development. So what you will gain from releasing this connection and stepping into your new phase in life, your new season, is a release. You'll feel like you can do a lot of other different things in your life. Your mind will have more room for other things to grow. Okay. What is the biggest challenge or opportunity that you will get from this? So, what is a challenge you may face in the process of you releasing this? Yeah, this is something that is pretty hard. Well, a challenge for you is going to be to release what you thought was something that was going to be forever. If this is related to career, you saw yourself climbing up the ranks, eventually becoming a head figure, making so much money. In relation to love, you saw yourself starting a family with this person, being committed to them fully and living the rest of your lives out with each other. And you may have a hard time actually putting things into action as far as how to release this. As for like the process of you releasing this, you may have an issue with actually letting the person go, cutting off contact, deleting them from your phone, blocking them, all the necessary things that you need to do to release a love connection. You will have issues with that because of your one, the thoughts that you continue to keep from the past that you reminisce on, and like your hopes for where you thought you guys will go. You probably find yourself thinking a lot like, what happened? This was going to lead to that. Probably found yourself looking forward to the wedding, planning things for the future in your life with this person. So that mindset, these hopes and desires and wishes are going to have to be let go. That is the biggest issue for you in this group too. And so lastly, we have excuse me, soul retrieval. This is your special guidance group too. You need to retrieve parts of yourself that were lost in the process of developing this connection, in the process of putting in work to this project or career. We put so much of ourselves into people and things that sometimes it gets to a point where you can lose yourself. Well, you lose parts of yourself in a person or those things. They carry that. You associate this person or this career with yourself because of the things that you've done for them, because of the efforts that you've put into, because of the memories that you've made. And now it's time. Now that it's time for you to release the connection, you feel that you're releasing a part of yourself because you are so attached to this person or this thing, career. You are so attached to them, and now you are in a phase, like I said at the beginning of the reading, where you are regenerating yourself. You are renewing yourself. You're filling those gaps. You're filling those holes. So if you feel like that's not something you're currently doing, your higher self wants you to know that that is the energy that you are stepping into. And hopefully some of the advice resonates with you for you to take as far as letting go some of these memories, some of these hopes and desires that you had with this connection or this career that you put so much work into. You have to accept the fact that this was only for a season in your life. It was only for a chapter. A very long chapter at that. But now it's time for you to step into something new, group 2. Also, a bonus message before I end the reading. This card is also about people who are healers, people who do things like this, like tarot or Reiki, herbalists, people who offer spiritual services, work, help, things like this for others. A bonus message, if you are into that kind of thing, you may need to step back a little bit to regenerate yourself, to refresh your energies. Your higher self wants you to find a way to rejuvenate your energy so that you can continue to do the spiritual work that you do for others, because you have been neglecting that. All right, I just wanted to get that out. But with that being said, group 2, I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I hope that some or all of the reading resonated. If so, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. I do live readings every now and then, during which you can get a reading for free and we can get to know each other. So if you subscribe, you'll get a notification of when I go live, and I'll be able to see you then. With that being said, Group 2, I will see you in the next video. Stay golden. Hey Group 3, welcome to your reading. So let's get right into it. The card that you chose was Protection Reversed. This tells me that you may be in a state where you have been feeling vulnerable lately. Maybe you have just been feeling open to certain energies. Maybe your energies have been able to be easily thrown off lately. So, diving into it, what is the real reason for you right now? Well, what is the real issue for you right now on a spiritual level? We have 5 of Pentacles reversed and 10 of Wands. So this card here is telling me that, or both of them are telling me, one, you have been going through quite a lot lately. So much that you are really just trying to look forward to something new in your life, but you haven't been accepting help from others. There's some way for you to move ahead, for you to enter a phase in your life where there is no constant worry, where there is no burden. You need to reach out to people so that they can take some of that burden, that heavy load off of your shoulders. Perhaps you've just been doing a lot, you've been extremely busy. There's been a lot of things that you've been having to handle, a lot of responsibilities, and it may have become overwhelming recently. Your higher self wants you to know that you can reach out for help. You don't have to wallow in pity. You don't have to wallow in this energy of not knowing what to do or just having to do too much. You can have other people take some of that load off from your back. And so what is the best way for you to heal in your day-to-day life? Group 3, we have the Tower reversed, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Magician. 3 major arcana cards. This is definitely a moment in your life that is extremely important, that you will always reflect back on. For you to heal from this, for one, your higher self wants you to know, I'm not trying to be rude, I'm only relaying messages. However, the way these cards are arranged, it just tells me that sometimes you create, well, in all times, you create the reality that you experience. So you may find yourself constantly going through the same cycle over and over again. You may find yourself experiencing the same thing over and over again, or going through the same things over again. They may be recycled versions of the same situation. It may appear a little different, but in all actuality, they're all kind of the same. And your higher self wants you to know that you have the power to not contribute to this. Alternatively, this could also be read that Sometimes things just happen in life that don't make sense. And your higher self wants you to know that you have the power to uproot and change any situation that you need to. So I know those are two different messages. Whichever one that resonates, pick that one. I'm really just reading the cards as I see them immediately. And that situation, the first reading in which I talked about cycles repeating, you may find yourself, and each time the same thing happens, you may do things a little differently, but the outcome is still the same. Maybe it's a series of relationships that start, that all seem to end in some kind of similar way. It could be a series of projects that you started. You find yourself when it comes to the projects, always restarting them and never finishing them. Let's cycle back to the second part, the different version where I talked about sometimes random things happen. It could be that, you may have been experiencing a series of bad luck in your life. And you're just thinking, why is this happening to me? The cards want you to know, in both alternatives that I gave, that you have the power and the ability to shape your life in the way that you want. All you need is faith in yourself and the perseverance and drive to do what must be done to fix your situation. You possess that, group 3. Just know that. So what is the final outcome of you experiencing this? Of you taking on all of these responsibilities, of you trying to release this heavy burden from your shoulders? The outcome of this is that you will finally have a moment to rest. You will have a moment to rest soon. Your higher self wants you to know that. But it may require you to do some backtracking, to look back and see and reflect on your actions and the things that you've done or things that have been done to you that have been done that led you up to this point. So you will reach a point where things have settled, where your life has finally found some peace. However, it's going to take some shadow work. It's going to take some time for you to really go deep within, look at things that have happened, and see what should have been done, what could have been said, so that when it happens again, you can act accordingly. All right, so what is the biggest challenge for you to get to that point where you have time to rest? The challenge that's coming in your way, for one, we have the moon reversed. Confusion, you not knowing what to do. You maybe not being able to trust yourself, that you can make the correct decisions. You being able to trust in others, being able to accept the help from others, and to be vulnerable like you need to be, so that other people can lift this burden up off of your shoulders. And this is going to be something new for you to experience. Maybe you've always had an issue with reaching out for help. Maybe you've always just wanted to do things on your own, but the biggest challenge that's facing you is yourself and your ability to open up to other people so that you can take advice from others, so that other people can take on certain responsibilities and things from you and help you, and so others can just help you clear up the confusion that is in your mind. Yes, I get that you want to do it all on your own, but sometimes we need to reach out to other people. We don't live on this earth alone. For your last card, group 3. Special guidance for you to help you resolve this. And the best way now is the card Temple of Black Obsidian. This card is really about you doing shadow work. You going deep within yourself, like I said earlier, to see what must be done. You accepting that sometimes we do contribute to some of the things that have happened to us in our lives, and that in accepting and realizing that you'll be able to gather the strength that you need to be able to move out and move forward, move out of this phase in your life and move forward into something new. You've definitely been wanting a chance to breathe, but in order to do that, you really have to look within, look back on the past for a moment to see what you can do better next time. Perhaps you may be in need of some therapy or counseling. This is the message for you right now. Take it upon yourself to start a journey of healing yourself spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. This is something that must be done for you to finally get the peace that you wanted. All of these burdens that cause cycles of negative thoughts, states of being, all of that, they just don't go away on their own. You just can't ignore them. You have to look within yourself and maybe even have those hard conversations with others around you. That could be what you're avoiding, having those tough conversations with people that you need to be vulnerable with, because that is the main way for you to move ahead. And whatever it is whatever burden it is that you're holding, you have to speak to release. This will also bring you a lot of self-confidence and assurance in yourself. Self-assurance in your ability to listen to yourself, to believe in the actions and the things that you do. Because if you do things from a place of fear, wholeheartedly, or just out of habit, sometimes it can lead to certain things repeating. I apologize for the background noise. I live in a very densely populated area. But the siren itself could indicate that, this is something that must be done immediately. You have to do this work because it is something that is putting a huge burden on you. It's something that is possibly breaking you down that you need to get help with. Group 3. Reach out to others. Get the help that you need and open up. It's okay to be vulnerable. I want to pull one more card for you just because I feel like there's an extra message. Wow. You are protected. That is crazy. So you may feel like you are not protected. You may feel vulnerable. You may feel like you don't have any guidance, but your spirit team wants you to know they are here for you, and that you are not looking at those around you. You are not reaching out to people like you need to be. People or services. Reach out. You can get the help that you need. Please, Group 3, this is definitely urgent. You need to get on this yesterday as soon as possible. Perhaps this is a situation that has been very traumatic, and if so, when I spoke earlier about the things that cycles and situations that we put on ourselves, no, I'm not saying that you caused a traumatic situation to happen, but trauma does and can happen again and again in cycles. And if you find that that has happened to you, you need to reach out to someone for help, professional help, so that you can get the guidance that you need. All right, Group 3, I hope that the reading brought you a lot of hope for yourself and your life, and some clarity on what can be done. With that being said, please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more. I do free live readings every now and then. So if you subscribe, you'll get a notification of when I go live, and you'll be able to get your free reading then. So Group 3, I will see you in my next video. Stay golden. Hello to my final group, Group 4. And this is also the pile that I chose for myself, so we'll be experiencing this reading together. Alright, let's go straight into it. The first card that we have is Defend. This card tells me that maybe you've been finding that you have not been able to properly defend yourself, or, I'm just going to go straight into relating it to this. Because even though it says defend, I'm relating it more so to you speaking out and speaking up about things. You, Group 4, have not been able to speak out about something that is really important to you, whether it's an opportunity that you are trying to pursue, or even a person that you want a relationship with, or that you want to deepen a relationship with. You have not been speaking your truth. You've not been properly showing off who you are, your character, the kind of person you are. So even though this says defend, I'm really just picking up on Group 4, you not being able to reflect who you truly are. Hopefully that makes some kind of sense, that correlation. Yeah, and so with this being said, how can you heal you not being able to speak up in your day-to-day life? How can you heal you not being able to show your true self, or to communicate who you really are to others, or to communicate after what you really want to go after? best way for you to do this is to walk away from a certain mindset you've adopted. You've adopted a certain mindset in which you have to be cold or act as if you don't care, or you're putting on a facade, basically. Whether it's with someone, you're trying to act like let's say, for example, if you're talking to someone, you may be trying to you may have a wall put up, your defenses. Okay, now it makes sense. You may have a wall or your defenses put up against someone. You're not fully opening yourself up and being vulnerable. You may, when it comes to talking to someone romantically, be participating in the games that people play. So you may be acting cold towards them or not really revealing your true self. When it comes to an opportunity, you may just be stubborn. You may be overly defensive about your ideas and not wanting to budge or change or receive any input. And your higher self wants you to know that this is a mindset that you need to walk away from. So you do need to be more vulnerable with others. You do need to accept opinions from others and allow them into your world, into your mind. Be more open. Try your very best. So what is the gift? What is the outcome of you experiencing this, of you going through this phase in your life where you are guarded, closed off, and defensive? What is the purpose of you behaving in this way? Ultimately, it will lead to some kind of wish fulfillment, something that you've always wanted. You will see that you naturally progress towards what it is that you've always wanted. However, this is something you're going to have to be very patient for. Group 4. So as you find that you are becoming more vulnerable, you're becoming more open, you're being less stubborn, you're listening to others, what you want will come to you. It'll come to you in a new way that is exciting, that is fresh, that you may not have been expecting. It may come to you in a way that will definitely surprise you. And it will come to you so effortlessly that you won't even see it happening. So that's something really good to look forward to. All right, so the biggest challenge for you to get to that outcome, what is something that is standing in your way for you to effortlessly receive what you want? Well, for one, I see a third-party situation, someone else or something that is getting in the way. I'm definitely seeing a very specific person who is manipulative. They know the right things to say. They know how to change things to fit their narrative that they want to project on the others. And this is something you're meant to experience. It's part of a cycle that is ending in your life, Group 4. And perhaps you have experienced this person's behavior before. And you may just now be noticing it, or maybe you may just now be entering the phase where you feel like you can finally overcome their tactics. So if we're thinking about this as a specific situation, in the beginning of the reading, I mentioned you are not speaking up about someone or something that you are wishing for, that you are looking forward to. And you need to walk away from a certain mindset, that a certain facade that you are putting on. So you are trying to talk to someone right now romantically. There are things that you may be holding back from saying. There are certain ways that, certain behaviors that you are limiting yourself from showing. You're not opening up all the way to this person. You're just projecting a version of yourself onto them. You're not fully being who you are. You're not opening up your mind. But this is holding you back from actually getting what you want, group 4. And it looks like there's a third-party situation. Somebody might be in your ear who may be contributing to the way that you're acting, to the mind games that you participate in playing with, to there's someone who's contributing to you being closed off. So could be a friend who's in your ear and trying to give you advice, but honestly the spirits are saying, your higher self is saying, it may not be the best advice. It may be putting you in a rut, in a cycle that you don't necessarily want to be in, group 4. And so the last thing that I have for you is special guidance to help you resolve this. We have the Eye of Horus, Awakening Divine Perception. So this card is really just about you opening your eyes to seeing to perceiving the different ways in which things can happen, the different ways in which people can act, and seeing other people's points of view. You're being open to putting yourself in someone else's shoes. So there may be something that you need to do. You may need to put yourself in someone else's shoes. If it's the person that you're talking to romantically, put yourself in their shoes. Because if they're acting a certain way towards you, there may be a reason for that. And the reason could be a reaction to how you are treating them, and you're only treating them this way based off of the poor advice that you have been receiving. And so put yourself in the other person's shoes and see, like, if you were being treated the way that you are treating them, how would you react? How would you interact with the other person? When it comes to an opportunity, things career related, you need to open yourself up to other people's ideas. You're not listening to other people's ideas, and they're giving you ways in which you can move forward, and you're not paying attention. So that's how that could relate to your life when it comes to careers and opportunities. Your higher self, your spirit team, is helping you with overcoming clouded thoughts. They're helping you to trust in your intuition more, to open your third eye more, so that you can see what exactly is going on. Because what I'm getting from the reading is that you may be putting up unnecessary defenses that don't need to be there, group 4. You really just need to open up. I'm going to pull one more card for you. Well, for us, really, because I chose this pile too. So let's see. We have trust the process reverse and these ages bug in reverse. So you may be thinking that, oh, here's another message. You're everything you need to be. You may be thinking that the person you're dealing with, the people you're dealing with your career or romantically, may be acting in a certain way, but they really are not. You're perceiving their actions wrong, and they may have their own things going on in their life. There are certain reasons as to why they're doing what they're doing, and honestly might not have anything to do with you. You need to trust the process and understand that things are happening in the way that they should. You don't need to rush anything. You don't need to overanalyze anything, anyone's actions or what they've said. Trust the process. You are not doing that right now. Try to go with the flow and know that you are everything that you need to be. You don't need to doubt yourself when it comes to this person or even this opportunity. You possess all the skills that you need if it's career related, and if it's for a person you're interested in romantically, you have what they like. Just know that. But the way that they're acting has nothing to do with you, Group 4. When it comes to career, your interactions with others, it may not be the most pleasant, or other people's input on your work don't have anything to do with you or against your personal character. You need to be more open to receiving what is the word I'm thinking of? To receiving criticism when it comes to your career. Be more open to that, because you're closed off to that, and that is hindering you. All right, well, Group 4. Oh, here's another random message. We have money, so there's some money coming for you your way. I think that is totally unrelated, just a random message you guys wanted you to have, so look forward to that. Maybe this series of events that's happening in your life will lead up to you receiving some kind of money in some way. Who knows? But with that being said, Group 4, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that some or all of the video resonated with you. If it did, please like the video, leave a comment down below if you want, and subscribe to the channel for more. I do live readings for free every now and then. So if you subscribe to the channel, you'll get a notification of when I go live, and you'll be able to get your free reading then. With that being said, I will see you in my next video. Stay golden, Group 4.